Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, King Kong Consciousness, coming to you live and direct, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. King Kong Consciousness coming to you live and direct, United States Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. I want to let all my St. Thomas Island brothers and sisters know. I want to let all my St. Thomas Island brothers and sisters know that I am back for the second time after an 11-year hiatus. I am back in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, after an 11-year hiatus. My first visit was February 2011, Black History Month. My first visit was February 2011, Black History Month. My first visit was February 2011, Black History Month. My second visit here in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, will be tomorrow. Will be tomorrow. Will be tomorrow. It's going down at Ariane's restaurant. It's going down at Ariane's restaurant. It's going down at Ariane's restaurant. A-R-I-A-N-S. 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 Ariane's restaurant, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. The address, 103 Sub-Base Road in Charlotte. 103 Sub-Base Road in Charlotte. 103 Sub-Base Road in Charlotte. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, the doors will open. I will speak from 1 until 3, questions and answers from 3 until 4. Let me back up. I'm going to speak from 12 until 2, questions and answers from 2 until 3, pictures and book signing from 3 until 5. Lecture from 12 to 2, Q&A 2 until 3, book signing and pictures 3 until 5. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. If anybody needs the flyer, you can text me 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, Ariane's restaurant, 103 Sub-Base Road. You can get your tickets at the door. Pull up or shut up. You can get your tickets at the door. Pull up or shut up. I want my St. Croix Africans to come on over. I want my St. Croix Africans to come on over. I want my St. John Africans to come on over. I want my Puerto Rican Africans to come on over. I want my Cuban Africans to come on over, my Haitian Africans to come on over. I want my Turks and Caicos Africans, my Bahamian Africans, my Barbadian Africans to come on over. I want my St. Lucia, St. Martin, St. Vincent, Martinique, my Guadeloupe Africans. It's a Pan-African Caribbean conference tomorrow at Ariane's restaurant, 103 Sub-Base Road, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Island. St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Island. I'm in my apartment for the weekend, brothers and sisters. This is my apartment for the weekend, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Where are my St. Thomas kings and queens at? Where my St. Thomas queens and kings at? Where my St. Thomas kings and queens at? I better see all my St. Thomas queens tomorrow. You know you got to come and get your Dr. Papa bear hug. If nothing else, you got to come and get high off Black consciousness, and you got to come and get your Dr. Papa bear hug. every queen in St. Thomas, every queen in St. Croix, every queen in St. John must be at the 𝚂𝙸𝙺𝙺𝚴 restaurant tomorrow from 12 until 5, 103 Sub-Base Road. Get your tickets at the door. Don't worry about no ticket. You can pay at the door. I have copies of Black Parent Advocate. First time Black Parent Advocate book is in St. Thomas. Come and get your Papa Bear hug, ladies. Come and get your Papa Bear hug. All my St. Thomas queens, St. Croix queens, St. John queen, all my Caribbean queens, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Jamaica, Barbados, Bahamas, Bermuda, Haiti, Turks and Caicos, St. Mark, all my Caribbean queens. I want to see you tomorrow from 12 to 5 at 𝚂𝙺𝙺𝚵's restaurant. And guess what? I'm going to be honest, brothers and sisters. I had dinner tonight at 𝚂𝙺𝙺𝚵's restaurant here in St. Thomas. I had dinner tonight at 𝚂𝙺𝙺𝚵's restaurant. The fish that they prepared for me tonight, I cannot tell a lie. The fish that they prepared for the Prince of Pan-Africanism tonight. The fish that they gave to the Black Power boogeyman tonight. The fish that they made for the 𝚂𝚗𝚗 of oratory might have been the best fish I ever ate at a restaurant in my life. It might have just been the best fish that I ever ate in my life. I have to get ready to go to a radio interview. It wasn't snapper. It wasn't salmon. Don't get me wrong. That fish I had in Barbados the other day, it's like, that was good too. It's like a tie. That Barbados fish, I had the flying fish in Barbados. Shout out to all my Barbadian queens. Shout out to all my Barbadian family and my Jamaican family and my Guadeloupe family. I don't know what kind of fish I had tonight, but it was some of the best fish I ever had in my life. Tuesday, I'm pulling up in Harlem. We're my Harlem, New York Africans. We're my Queens Africans, my Brooklyn Africans. We're my Staten Island Africans, my Manhattan Africans, my Boogie Down Bronx. I will be at the Adam Clayton Powell Jr. State Office Building this Tuesday. I repeat, Adam Clayton Jr. State Office Building in Harlem this Tuesday for the Ethiopian World Federation Presents. I said the Ethiopian World Federation Presents in Harlem this coming Tuesday. From 1 until 9, King Kong will speak at 4. From 1 until 9, King Kong will speak at 4. I want to see all my New York City Africans Tuesday outside of the Adam Clayton Powell Jr. State Office Building. I want to see my Brooklyn queens, my Harlem queens, my Bronx queens, my Staten Island queens, my Queens queens. I want to see all of you at the State Office Building and all my unapologetically African alpha males. All my unapologetically African alpha males, we will be at the Adam Clayton Powell State Office Building, Harlem, New York, for the Ethiopian World Federation Presents We the Black Peoples of the World. New York City, pull up Tuesday. New York City, pull up Tuesday. And then what we got? Where my Miami Africans at? Where my South Florida Africans at? I'm pulling up in Miami on Saturday, July the 29th. I'm pulling up in Miami on Saturday, July the 29th. I'm pulling up in Miami on Saturday, July the 29th. Who pulling up in Miami? Who pulling up in Miami with King Kong? I'm pulling up in Miami on Saturday, July the 29th, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. One of our powerful organizations that's representing the rights of the enslaved American Africans for reparations, they have invited me down. I'm going to be speaking for them. If you need the flyer for Miami, Saturday, July 29th. If you need the flyer for Miami, Saturday, July 29th. If you need the flyer For Miami, Saturday, July 29th, text me 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858.